The sun beat down mercilessly on the parched village, its rays offering no relief from the oppressive heat. For months, not a drop of rain had fallen from the cloudless sky. Crops lay withered in the cracked earth, and the wells were nearly dry. In her small hut, Sarita's labor pains intensified with each contraction. Her husband, Kailash, wiped the sweat from her brow anxiously as the midwife worked. When the baby finally came, its cries were strangely weak and thin. "It's a boy, but he's very small," said the midwife, wrapping the infant in a cloth. Kailash peered at his newborn son in concern. The baby was no larger than his father's hands, his skin almost translucent. Yet amid his fragility, there was a strange beauty to the child. His features were delicate, eyes large and intelligent. As Kailash held him, the baby's cries softened into a coo. His tiny fingers curled around his father's thumb in a surprisingly strong grip. "He seems healthy despite his size," said the midwife. But she and Sarita exchanged worried looks. Babies were never this small in the village, and in these difficult times, any abnormality was cause for fear. Word spread quickly through the parched lanes. The villagers gathered at Kailash's hut, murmuring at the sight of the tiny newborn. "This is an ill omen," declared the village elder gruffly. "The drought has lasted too long as it is. The gods must be displeased." Kailash protested, but the elder would not be swayed. "Name the child and leave this place before nightfall. Your presence will only invite more of the gods' wrath." Sarita wept silently, clutching her frail son to her breast. What future could there be for a family cast out into a barren wasteland? That evening, as the last rays of the sun faded from the cracked earth, Kailash, Sarita and their newborn son left the village boundaries with only a bundle of possessions. The villagers watched them go with hard eyes, then turned away, hoping the family's exile would appease the heavens. In a dry ravine outside the village, Kailash built a shelter from branches and cloth. As night descended, Sarita nursed the baby by the light of a small fire. "What shall we call him, in this place of no hope?" she asked her husband softly. Kailash gazed at the child, taking in his otherworldly beauty and the immense strength of spirit in his tiny form. "Nonai," he said finally, "for he is a miracle." And so in that parched wasteland, the outcast family's journey began. Nonai, the child who was both curse and blessing, and his parents who loved him despite all. The long night closed around them, but in Nonai's eyes, a flame of courage and wisdom burned far beyond his hours of life.